What do all top performers have in common? In business, guys like Alex Hormozy, Ed Milet, Andy Frisella, Dan Martell. In sports, LeBron James, Cristiano Ronaldo, Tom Brady, Michael Phelps. Even in movies and entertainment, The Rock, Chris Hemsworth, Matthew McConaughey, Tom Cruise, and the list goes on and on. But what really separates these top performers from the rest? It's actually pretty simple. They track their progress. They monitor their data. I mean, let's face it, if you're not tracking your progress, how can you ever expect to improve? Well, the same thing applies with you on your health and fitness journey. How can you expect to lose fat and build muscle if you're not actually measuring what matters? Tracking your macros, what it is that you're actually eating, tracking your workouts, what it is that you're actually doing in the gym, and tracking your body stats to making sure that you're actually progressing and getting the results that you want. This small little habit of tracking can really make all the difference when it comes to you being successful on your health and fitness journey or just being frustrated. So hear me out, if you're not tracking your progress, stop throwing spaghetti up on the wall and hoping and praying something sticks. And if you are tracking, I'm going to share with you one of the best hacks that I found when it comes to staying on track with hitting my macros every single time. Before I share with you this hack, I want you to think about it from a sports analogy. Back in the day when I used to do MMA and boxing, I would always game plan and try to find footage on the person that I was fighting. That way, when you're in fight camp, you can actually work around your training so that way you can have the upper edge over your opponent's weaknesses. And then come fight night, when you're either stepping in the octagon or stepping in the boxing ring, you feel more confident because you've been training specifically against them. So what if you did the same thing when it comes to you tracking your macros? Think about it like this: 80 to 90% of the results that you're truly after when it comes to you reaching your health and fitness goals is all going to be boiled down to the nutrition anyways. The workouts are literally just the icing on the cake. So what has personally helped me hit my macros with ease, but also stay on track and hold myself accountable, is simply by tracking the night before. And literally, it's the easiest thing to do. Honestly, when I'm hungry and there's food sitting in front of me, the last thing I'm thinking about is tracking my macros. But guess what? The night before, when I'm laying in bed, it's a lot easier for me just to use my app, track everything that I know I'm going to consume anyways, and see, okay, hey, am I on pace or not when it comes to hitting my macro goals? Honestly, it only takes me about 10 minutes to track my macros. Personally, I'm a creature of habit, so I'm typically always having the same breakfasts, lunches, and snacks. So I'll easily track that in my app, making sure that I'm on pace. For dinner, it's a little bit different, depending on if my wife is cooking or if we're going out to eat as a family. And this is why tracking the night before is so beneficial for me. Because when I'm logging my food in advance, I get to see if I'm on pace with hitting my protein goal and sticking within my calorie budget. And whether my wife is cooking dinner or we're going out to eat or I'm just eating a prepared meal that I made for myself, it's pretty easy for me to always hit my calorie goal and my protein target. And that's simply because I plan ahead. Just like back in the day when I was doing MMA and boxing, I'm studying my film footage on my opponent and I'm planning that training camp around their strengths and weaknesses. I think the reason why most people don't like tracking their macros is because either one, they don't plan for it. And so they're sitting there about to eat their food, stumbling around on their app, trying to track everything, and they're seeing they're way off course from actually hitting their goals. Or second, they don't actually know what their macro goals are. Now, if you're a member of Heartletics and you're watching this video right now, you know exactly where on the app you can find your calorie goals and your macro goals. You also know where to find the Discovery tab, so you have access to literally thousands of different recipes and hundreds of different sit-down restaurants in case you're ever going out to eat. Once again, our job inside of our coaching program is just to make your life 10 times easier when it comes to learning what works best for your body type and your goals. So that way you can learn how to create these sustainable habits. Now, if let's just say you're watching this video and you're not one of our coaching members, let me help you out when it comes to macros in the simplest aspect. These are going to be your proteins, your carbs, and your fats. And trust me when I tell you this, you do not need to worry about your carbs and you do not need to worry about your fats at all. I tell this to all of our coaching members. Whether you're higher in carbs or lower than carbs with your goals, whether you're higher in fats or lower in fats with your goals, it does not matter. All that matters is you're sticking within your calorie budget and you're hitting your protein goal or exceeding it. Appearing on the screen right now is going to be your calorie ranges, depending on if you want to lose weight, maintain your weight, or gain weight. In case you're wondering how much protein you should be consuming, the bare minimum is 0.8 grams per pound of body weight. But honestly, I recommend having at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. For our members, we try to help them eat more than that. And that's simply just because protein is higher up on the thermic effect of food. So your body takes a longer time to digest it. You're actually going to be burning more calories by consuming more protein, which is going to equal to you losing more body fat. It also aids in building more lean muscle tissue and helping you speed up your metabolism. And lastly, when it comes to tracking your macros in advance, it makes it very easy to see if you need to make any adjustments at all, so that way you're actually on pace with hitting your calorie range and your protein goal. Remember, tracking your progress and your data, this is what separates your top performers from the rest. And I want you to be a top performer, especially with your health and fitness goals. And if you want any more helpful tips when it comes to losing fat and building muscle, specifically for your body type, if you're watching this on YouTube, in the description box down below, you can click on the very first link, and inside there is going to be a completely free training guide that you can go ahead and take a look at. I really hope that you guys got a lot of value from watching today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below letting me know your biggest takeaway, and as always, if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Guys, this has been Coach Joe with Heartletics.com, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scouts.